The wish of Xiaoning Zhang was finally realized after the judge told her to stay in the United States prison for 25 to life. In other words, she effed around and found out. This is your favorite half Chinese, and this story is something that some people can learn something from. Let's first see the clip.
This woman has been found guilty of killing her immigration attorney. Xiaoning Zhang was convicted in the stabbing of the attorney, stabbed to death in his Flushing office in March 2022. Prosecutors say Zhang killed him after he told her he could no longer represent her.
Before you go any further, please smash that like right now, subscribe, and also comment your thoughts below. Thank you. According to the Queen's DA, the Queen's District Attorney Melinda Katz announced today that Xiaoning Zhang was sentenced today to 25 years to life in prison for the stabbing death of 66-year-old immigration lawyer Jim Lee, who dropped the woman as a client days before the killing. The victim was well known for his legal work and activism during the Tiananmen Square uprising in China in 1989. This is very important because it comes back here. According to trial testimony on March 11, 2022, police responded to Jim Lee's Flushing Law's office regarding a disturbance. Zhang demanded that Lee, who was handling her asylum request, also work to have picture of her at a protest in front of the United Nations removed from the internet. Lee told her he would not do that. Zhang became enraged. Zhang also told Lee that she had lied on her asylum application about being S8 by Beijing police in China. The attorney then told the woman he would no longer represent her in the immigration matter because what I've heard is he didn't trust her story and thought that she was making up a fake story and that her whole narrative of protesting the government in China was based on lies. And the defendant was told to leave the law office, but Zhang refused, and according to trial testimony, she reacted by putting her hands around Lee's neck and choking him. Police were called and escorted the defendant from the building and told her not to return. 3 days later, however, on March 14, 2022, the defendant went back to Lee's law office. This time, Zhang was armed with a paring knife and larger kitchen knife. She confronted Lee and suddenly started stabbing the man in his chest and neck. An office worker was able to restrain Zhang until police arrived. And then he was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. Now, why am I telling this story? Because a lot of you see sometimes groups of people like this. And this is from Amsterdam. I also made a couple of videos about them. There are people among them that are doing that. Not these two ladies, they're just tourists, looks like it, but the ones that are standing there behind, who are doing this for asylum. They want to create the circumstances and want to make the government believe that they are so-called anti-China activists. And now you need to help me because I'm going to be persecuted. Our government made up all these stories about persecution in China, etc., then has no choice than to help them. And so they can stay in the Netherlands, enjoy free money, free housing, and pretty good life. Because in China, they could not have this kind of life. They are not made to be hardworking, etc. That is why they want to stay here, unfortunately. Because these people are scheming the rest of the world and also the people of the nation that they actually want to have a permit to stay in. Now, I'm not saying all of these are like that, but there are cases among them that are like that. I have to be a little bit careful here. That was actually the story. Do you think that she got what she deserved? Do you think she should be happy that now finally she can stay at least 25 years to life? If she just run amok in the prison system, she might be there for her entire life. it would be great. I mean, I'm sure people in China are not waiting for her to return. It just said that the lawyer had to lose his life over this. Anyway, that was my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I still need to make a video about them whole because it's very interesting. Because as you can see, this one right here, as you can see, this sign is a Christian group, or some will call it a cult. I think the Vatican also calls it a cult. And then you have another group and another group and another group, all combined, doing all these kind of things just to be annoyed and get what they want through malicious methods, such as demonizing your own country and demonizing your own people, and trying to destroy the Chinese community right here in the Netherlands. Anyway, that's for another story. That's for another video. Please let me know what you all think of this in the comment section, but please keep it respectful and not uncivilized barbarians, unlike fake protesters who do all these things just for a permit to stay. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.